Lamech, a descendant of Cain, stood before his wives Ada and Zillah and declared something chilling. With pride in his voice, he boasted, "I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for striking me." If Cain is avenged sevenfold, then Lamech 77-fold. This was no confession of regret, it was a declaration of dominance. Lamech was not only violent, but proud of his violence. He invoked the story of Cain, his ancestor, who had killed his own brother Abel in a fit of jealousy. But while Cain had feared God's judgment, Lamech felt no such fear. Instead, he claimed an even greater right to vengeance, promising that anyone who crossed him would suffer 77 times over. His words revealed just how far humanity had fallen. Cain's crime had led to exile, but at least he feared punishment. Lamech, on the other hand, embraced bloodshed as a way of life. He had become the embodiment of a world where power ruled and mercy was forgotten. This was the world before the flood, a world where violence spread unchecked, where men took whatever they wanted, and where God's justice was ignored. Lamech's boast was a warning sign of what was to come. The corruption of the human heart was accelerating, and soon the judgment of the flood would sweep it all away. Lamech represents the natural progression of sin when left unchecked. Cain's single act of murder turned into a mindset of violence and arrogance in his descendants. Instead of seeking justice, Lamech sought personal vengeance. His words show the pride of a man who believed he was untouchable, signaling a world that had abandoned God's moral order. Sin, when ignored, grows into something far worse. Cain's jealousy led to murder, and in just a few generations, his descendant was openly boasting about violence. The same pattern can happen in our lives. Small sins, if not repented of, can turn into habits. Habits can shape our character, and eventually we can become numb to things that once troubled our conscience. But Jesus showed the opposite of Lamech's boast. In Matthew 18:22, when Peter asked how many times he should forgive, Jesus said, "Not 7 times, but 77 times." Lamech magnified vengeance, but Jesus magnified mercy. Lord, help me not to hold on to sin or let it take root in my heart. Teach me to walk in humility and extend grace instead of revenge. Let me be known not for pride and violence, but for forgiveness and love. Amen.